Welcome to Gamescom.
Fantastic. Game trailers all access.
Well, one of the people that we had to contact was Sid Mead, right? Because he is the guy that invented the future, right? And he also designed Sulaco and all the different areas of Sulaco. So we had to call him and make sure that when we were inventing new areas that he was able to help us with that. And also we were able to find out things in the archives that he had that we were able to see areas that we had never seen before. So yeah, you have to talk to him. So it takes place after Alien 3, right? But it's the sort of this, I'd say it's the sequel that we always wanted to see, or the spiritual sequel to the series. And so it takes place on Hadley's Hope. This time around the planet, we found that the Sulaco is orbiting. The last time we saw it was around Fury 161, which was the prison planet from Alien 3. So a bit of a mystery. Why is this ship back? And so we get to kind of be the guys that had been called in as a rescue squad to come in and find out what was going on. Yeah, we're going to see some more familiar faces in people like Bishop, who we've got Lance Hendrickson, who is acting as him. We're going to get to know more Colonial Marines. These are the guys that are coming in as a rescue squad, you know, to basically rescue the original team. They're finding out what's happened. But of course, you know, now those guys have all been lost, so we get to find out more about what was going on Hadley's Hope. The engine is Unreal 3, but it's a heavily modified Unreal 3. It's a proprietary renderer that we've created that's a deferred renderer with a really cool engine addition that basically lets us get that sort of chiaroscuro style lighting that you expect from an Aliens movie, right? It's got darks and lights and places for the aliens to hide. At the same time, things like the flashlights and all that kind of stuff give you the kind of feeling that you get from a camera in film. I think the way we're standing out from the past games, if you will, is that this is the first time we've been able to be part of the, you know, of a real Colonial Marine squad from beginning to end in a game, right? So we're also able to, you know, kind of relive in the boots of these guys, work with the real hardware, be in some of the original locations, and do those kind of things that I think customers have always wanted to have. But frankly, they kind of get mixed up with having maybe 3 good games or 3, you know, areas that are like good games, but what they lose is a great game concentrating on one particular force, if you will. Yeah, we're really excited about co-op in this game. You know, sort of in the DNA of Gearbox these days, we've been doing a lot of good 4-player co-op games, and so we're really excited to have Alien Colonial Marines being able to play with your friends in the main campaign, right? So we get to play single player all the way through, or if you want, you can just let your friends come in, drop in anytime you want, drop in, drop out, and really play together. So it's fantastic. What we do is we have, you know, obviously we have some NPCs, some are red shirts, some are mainline story people, right? And so you've got those elements. But at the same time, you drop in your buddies, basically, and those guys add to the power that you have in the game, right? So they're not necessarily taking over a particular role or particular characters that were in the game, but what they're adding to it is more firepower, ability to kind of, you know, augment the squad and be able to decide who takes what weapons, those sort of things. There are times in the game where it'll be, you know, really scary, you'll be sort of alone and it's quiet, what you would expect from sort of survival horror, right? And the other times you have things that are really high action. I mean, really when you look at the Aliens movie, it's not that scary. I mean, sure, the creatures themselves are scary, but it's not like they're trying to scare you very often. There's probably, on a, you know, one hand, you can probably count all the times that Cameron really tried to, you know, have a gotcha in the movie, right? So what we want to do is have those moments where it's high action and then really creepy, scary bits also. People are probably wondering a little bit about whether we're going to be able to play as aliens or whether we're playing as Colonial Marines. In the mainline cooperative game, you're playing as just Colonial Marines. So that's all I want to say about that right now. One of the things that's been really exciting about playing around in the Aliens universe and working with Fox is that we've been able to sort of explore the whole hive, if you will, you know, to work from the regular sort of warrior aliens all the way up to the queen alien. But we've also got some new things, something like the Crusher, which basically comes in and kind of squishes folks, but it also is one of those kind of enemies that you expect to have, you know, basically like from the front, you have to shoot them a lot and you can't kill them, so you have to find a way around them or, you know, use the environment on them, those kind of things. So you want to have something that is a sort of well-rounded set of aliens that is really good for interactive experience, whereas like maybe Cameron didn't need that kind of thing. So you've got things like the Queen all the way through. Yeah, so one of the things we've done has been able to explore the whole armory, if you will, of the Colonial Marines. We're able to deal with the pulse rifle, add things like scopes to it, add shotguns to the you know, so you've got the grenade launcher underneath, you've got the shotgun underneath, and explore the whole weapon in a way that Cameron didn't do in the films, right? We've also got all the smart guns, shotguns, all the things that you would expect out of the armory. Aliens Colonial Marines in 2012 on PC, 360, and the PS3.